What in the name of all that is sacred to Toronto baseball is going on, folks? Are we truly on the precipice of the most unthinkable betrayal in Blue Jays history? Can you even fathom a world where the heart and soul of our franchise, the man whose swagger and bat have defined an era, could possibly don the pinstripes of our most hated rival? I'm talking, of course, about Bichette. The very thought sends shivers down my spine, and I know it's doing the same to yours. For 7 glorious years, we've watched Bo grow from a promising prospect into an all-star shortstop, a beacon of hope and a symbol of what it means to be a Blue Jay. His iconic flow, his clutch hits, his undeniable passion for the game, it's all been intertwined with the blue and white. But now, whispers are turning into roars, and the rumor mill is churning out a scenario so audacious, so utterly soul-crushing, that it threatens to redefine the very meaning of rivalry in the AL East. Remember the euphoria of last year's ALDS, when our Blue Jays absolutely smoked the Yankees? The sheer dominance, the sweet taste of victory over our perennial adversaries? That felt like a turning point, a declaration that Toronto was here to stay at the top. But if these rumors hold true, that triumph could be overshadowed by a move so calculated, so venomous, it would feel like a direct punch to the gut of every single Blue Jays fan. We're not just talking about a player changing teams, we're talking about a seismic shift that could ignite a war unlike anything we've ever seen between these two clubs. The idea of Bichette, our Bichette, trading in that iconic uniform for the enemy's colors is more than just a transaction. It's an emotional earthquake, a potential act of treason that would send shockwaves through the entire league. This isn't just a compelling subplot, as some are calling it. This is a declaration of war, a direct assault on the collective heart of an entire fan base. Let's dive into the gritty details, because the intel coming in is enough to make any Blue Jays faithful lose their minds. We know Bichette met with the Phillies on Monday, standard operating procedure for a player of his caliber exploring options. No real surprise there. But the real bombshell, the one that's got the entire baseball world buzzing and Toronto fans reaching for the antacids, is the escalating reports of heavy interest from the New York Yankees in our 27-year-old all-star shortstop. MLB.com is trying to downplay it, calling it a layer of intrigue. Intrigue. My friends, that's the understatement of the century. This isn't intrigue. This is a full-blown existential crisis for the Blue Jays. Imagine it. Bichette, the man whose name is synonymous with Toronto baseball, standing at shortstop in the Bronx, perhaps even having to shave that signature beard to comply with Yankees policy. The visual alone is enough to make you sick to your stomach. Now, let's break down the why from the Yankees' perspective. Why would they pursue Bichette with such fervor? It's simple and it's ruthless. They want to hurt Toronto. Last year's ALDS wasn't just a loss for them, it was an embarrassment. The Blue Jays didn't just beat them. They dominated them, exposing weaknesses and asserting a new power dynamic in the division. Signing Bichette isn't just about improving their roster. It's a power play, a strategic strike designed to cripple their fiercest rival and reclaim psychological dominance. It's a classic Yankees move. If we can't beat M, we'll take their best player mentality. But here's where it gets truly wild, according to our sources. If Bichette does sign with the Yankees, the Blue Jays front office isn't just going to be upset, they're going to go absolutely nuclear. The pressure from the fan base, the media, and the sheer competitive drive will force their hand. They will be compelled, literally forced, to respond with an equally massive, if not greater, move. The name being thrown around? Kyle Tucker. Yes, that Kyle Tucker. This isn't just a trade rumor anymore. It's an arms race, a high-stakes game of anything you can do, I can do better. The Yankees snatch Bo. The Blue Jays retaliate by acquiring Tucker. The implications for the AL East are staggering. The payrolls would explode, the rivalries would intensify to unprecedented levels, and the entire landscape of the division would be irrevocably altered. We're talking about two of the biggest markets in baseball engaging in a bidding war for superstar talent, fueled by pure, unadulterated animosity. The ripple effect would extend beyond just these two teams, impacting free agency trade markets, and even the strategic development of prospects across the league. Every move would be scrutinized, every dollar spent would be a declaration of intent. This isn't just about winning games, it's about winning the psychological battle, about asserting dominance, and about delivering a crushing blow to your opponent's morale. The stakes have never been higher. Can you even begin to imagine the scene on opening day if this nightmare scenario unfolds? Picture it, the Rogers Center packed to the rafters, a sea of blue and white, and then Bichette steps onto the field, not in our beloved uniform, but in the hated pinstripes of the New York Yankees. The boos wouldn't just be loud, they would be deafening, a visceral roar of anguish and anger from an entire nation. He would go from hero to zero, from the beloved face of the franchise to Benedict Arnold in one single, devastating signature. The narrative would be brutal, the emotional scars deep. It would be a moment etched into the annals of Blue Jays history, a wound that would take years, if not decades, to heal. The first time he steps into the batter's box, the first time he makes a play at shortstop against his former teammates, those moments would be charged with an intensity rarely seen in sports. But let's flip the script for a moment. If the Blue Jays do manage to land Kyle Tucker in retaliation, imagine the reception he would get at Yankee Stadium. The Bronx faithful are notoriously ruthless, and they would eat him alive, knowing he was the Jays' answer to their perceived theft. This isn't just about player performance, it's about the psychological warfare, the narrative battles, and the sheer emotional investment of millions of fans. This is, without a doubt, the most spicy, most volatile storyline of the 2026 offseason. If Brian Cashman, the Yankees GM, manages to pull off this audacious move, he won't just be improving his team's chances. He'll be breaking the heart of an entire country, igniting a rivalry that will burn hotter and more fiercely than ever before. It would be a chess move of epic proportions, with consequences that could reshape the entire American League for years to come. So, I need to hear from you, the passionate fans who live and breathe Blue Jays baseball. Is Bichette a traitor if he signs with the Yankees? Or is this just the cold, hard business of professional sports? Let me know your raw, unfiltered thoughts in the comments below. This is a conversation we need to have. And if you're as fired up about this as I am, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update on this developing nuclear situation. Peace out.